We have different ways of identifying a possible entry point, especially when you have stayed for a long time and you are finding it difficult to see the opportunity that you need. Forex trading can be so complicating that by the time you expect to see a result that will give you profit, maybe you watched it for a long time, possibly expecting this thing to happen in a manner that will put a smile on your face because you were told about the head and shoulders. You were told about the shoulders, the bottoms. At the end of the day, what you were told seems to be a negative aspect of the trade that you believe that will work for you, making so many people closing their trade with tears. By the time they expect a positive result, the thing will finally turn to a negative result because they thought it will keep going down, never knowing that it's going to close very soon and open a new channel that have turned to be something like this till now, after this long drama in this place. After making an attempt to move up, it went down to like this. Then you expected, because of this support, that is going to break down. Right here, it stops and move ahead, believing that it's going to break from here and make a journey like this. It ends from this place and come down to this place, only for you to think that since this is a bearish candle that is very, very strong, that is going to stand a chance for you to place trade and close successfully. Lo and behold, it ended up like this. And making this head and shoulders, everybody will think that something good is coming. But in this video, I'm going to open your eyes so that you'll be able to see some of the simple things you will do, that once you do that, you will find positive entry points that will not fail you. I'm not just going to use these two lines you are seeing here. I'm not going to use these two lines. I'm going to be adding something that if you are not careful, you may not be able to fix it that way. That thing I'm going to be adding, it will look like, I will like call it a word map, or will I call it whatever it may look like, but you have an opportunity to take advantage of it if truly you love placing trade. Now look at the screen. The parameters of this is 18. The parameters of this is 18. But this is MACD, but I will show you something about it. Then this is MACD, but I'm not going to be using this MACD because I'll be adding something that will be of more benefit to you. This is Ichimoku. This is Ichimoku. The taking scene, I make the background white. The Kijun Sen, I make the background white. Chuku Span, I make the background white. The Opkumo, I make the background blue, which is my choice. And the Dankumo, I make it red, which is also my choice. This indicator can be found in your iPhone. You can also find it on your Android phone, whatever you are using to trade. As long as you have access to derive, you have access to it. This is what you have here. I want to remove this so that it will not complicate you. You already know how to approach your MACD, so follow it. Now, I promised you that I'll be dropping something that will help you to fish out some complications in the forex trading, especially when it comes to crash and boom and step index and volatility indices. This is going to be of a huge help to you because it's going to stand a chance of giving you some of the profit you never believed you ever had in your profit making venture. You see that? So now look at this. This is simple, but it requires attention. Look at where I am drawing the line. I am crossing over to this place. I am crossing over again to this place. Remember that this is 1 hour time frame. I'll be bringing this thing low so that you'll be able to see it clearly. Now I want to remove this line once again. But watch this. You see blue lines here, you know. Each time you see something like this, your mind will tell you, we know it. But listen, it looks like a map. What is this thing represent? One, each time you see this blue line like this, it's a sign of a bullish movement and a sign of uptrend, depending on the terms that you are familiar with, or you are familiar with. Now, once you see this red like this, it's a sign that bullish is making a move. This is what these two things represent. So anytime you are confused, you don't know how to find whether this market is an uptrend or this market is downtrend, this strategy is a nice one for you. But I'm going to step a little bit down to 5 minutes time frame so that it will help you to see it more clearer. Then the moving averages I have on the screen is for you not to be confused, or not for you not to mess up with your hard-earned deposit. Now let's move. All right, now watch this place. If you want to make profit, watch here. Watch here. You know, immediately you are seeing, if you are seeing this blue thing like this, what you are seeing is a bullish movement. So if I ask you now to place trade using just this blue as a signal, many people will lose their trade, because this thing here is also a blue, but you only have few candles. This place here is also this place is also a blue, but you never see a market moving up to this extent. But look at this. From this place, something happened before you will be convinced that this thing is going to take a long journey. At least for some of you who are fighting to take 5 candles or 10 candles. Now listen to this advice, please, for all my followers all over the world, those who have subscribed and those who have been watching my videos. Please listen to this. By the time, if you have like 10 candles or 5 candles, you know, scalping is dangerous. Catching spike is also dangerous, you know. So, but one of the reasons I always advise those I'm mentoring and those that are taking advices from me, one of the reasons I will always talk to them in that way is that for them to know that each time you are taking your trade to catch for scalping, you know, you may be taking few candles, you know, maybe taking few candles, the thing will be going successfully, but at a time the thing may spike and cross your entry point. And if this is what you have, these things you have here is the money you just earned, but the spike just crossed your entry point, making this place your lost. Do you get that? So, and there is no how you can put your stop loss when you are not sure of the capital and the strength of your market is not that strong. So that is why I don't really encourage people to do a scalping if you are not too sure of how this market will be, because you will only end up losing the little strength you have. Let's take this thing as a case study in this place. Let me just remove this so that let me remove this and use this thing as a case study. Look at this. Please follow me carefully. Look at this place. You are placing a trade with the hope that this candle, you have like $5 in your as an equity. Then you place trade to take 2 candles from here, only for this thing to spike and get to this place. Do you see that? This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Do you see that? You place a trade to take 3 candles or 5 candles in 1 minute time frame. Do you see that? You place your trade to take just 3 candles, like what we have here. Let's just use this. Like what we have here. You place your trade to take, because you place, like, let's just say you want to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only taking these things with your $5. What you are experiencing is the spike. Do you think if this thing shows spike like this here, from this place to here, can be like, depending on the strength of the market, if it is in boom 1000, this alone will give you like 90 something cent, almost $1. But this place in 90 something cent, but this kind of spike alone in boom 1000 will take you like $3 or 2 point something, either $2.90. Then divide this thing or minus this thing from your $5. You notice that your equity will be minus 0.90 or something of that nature. Do you see that? By so doing, you have just made a mistake. You now start struggling with cents to place trade, which can only survive in the hand of volatility 25. If anything should happen when you expect to go up and the market mistakenly step down like this, you are out of the market. So that is why I don't really encourage people to place trade using trade for scalping when you don't know actually how to place trade. But I advise you, imagine that you use your $5 to place trade here to catch a spike, only for this thing to happen. Do you see? This is where you can come back to life. So let's assume you placed it mistakenly. You were expecting a spike again, it didn't spike again. With this one again, you are still on profit, because from here to here you are still on profit. Let's check it. From here to here you are still on profit. So that is my little advice to you if you must succeed in this forex trading business. All right, so let's go back to the business of the day. As I added the Ichimoku, remember that the Tekinson is 9. Sorry, yes, the Tekinson is 26.50, and my color is this thing I showed you. Sorry, I didn't show you the parameters earlier. Sorry about that. The parameters I'm using is 926.52. Please, sorry about that. I'm very, very sorry about that. So this is this thing I am using. This is what I am using. So look at this thing. Immediately the whole thing turns to blue. Once the whole thing turns to blue, you have an opportunity for you to take your scalping serious, and don't stay for too long, except you have an equity. Then what if you want to stay long in the market? How do you see a signal? Please go to 1 hour time frame if you are a day trader or you want to stay long in the market. There are a few things you identify for you to place your trade. Either you are doing your scalping or you want to catch a spike. Please follow these simple rules. You will not regret you do. Now watch what I'm about to show you. Watch what I'm about to show you. Watch here. Watch what I'm about to show you. Please be careful to see this. Be careful to see this. First thing you will see is a reversal. So for some of you struggling to see a reversal point, clear reversal point, this is where to see it. This is how to see it. After the market traded for a period of time on a spike, on a uptrend movement, after all the drama in your 1 hour time frame, for you to see a complete reversal point that will not fail you, for those who have enough capital to trade, for those who want to flip their $500 to $1,000, this is an opportunity for you to trade with your 300 and flip it to at least 2,000 or thereabouts. This is an opportunity. The opportunity is clear here. So once you see this cross and you see this, enter from here and take this place. Sorry about that. Enter from here, take this place as your stop loss. Then immediately it break out from here after this cross. After this cross here, look at 3 things you look at for. Here, the market must change from blue. Don't enter once it is on blue. Don't. If you want to catch a spike. Once this thing is on blue, don't trade. Be patient enough. Just take this thing serious. You will see how profitable this thing will be. I will show you some fake sign that will show you that of a truth that this thing is not going to give you profit. Listen, look at it. Now, once you see this cross at this very point, then know it that you have met number 1 condition. That's number 1. Number 2, wait for the crossing of the 150 200 moving average. That's number 2. Let them cross together. Then draw your horizontal line to see a breakout from the support and the resistance zone, which is the price action movement. Once it breaks out, please carefully place your trade. If it is for spike, place your trade and wait. No matter how long it takes, it must definitely give you what you desire, even more than what you desire. If you can see this on your 1 hour time frame, even if you place your trade on your 1 minute time frame, place like 4 or 5 positions, you will definitely succeed. That is the secret. So I'm giving this in respect of all my students, because we have tried so many times to have a class. These few days we are having serious rainfall from this side, and it's affecting both our network, it's affecting even our class, and sometimes the light is off, and then when we try to make use of the generator system, it's going to become something else. So I'm giving this in respect to these things, though we'll have our class as soon as we fix our gadget back. Now, how do you identify the fake signals and how to avoid them? Number 1, look at this place now. Please watch carefully of what I'm about to show you now. Watch carefully. This is the case study I just used now here. This is where I use now, but watch here. You told us immediately the line change that we should enter. After here, watch what? Here is the red that's supposed to be for spike, but nothing changed. Instead, the thing crossed over to this place. Why? I told you that you have 1 condition. The line changed from here. The blue line changed to red. That is number 1 condition. Then what happened to the number 2 condition? Did the market, were you able to see the second condition? The second condition is that this thing must cross. That is number 2 condition, which it tried to cross. Now the third one is the breakout point. Now, where is the breakout point? That is why you should know your support and your resistance zone, because it is always applicable to every market. Now look at this thing. Did the market break out from the resistance zone? The answer is no. That is why it was easy for this thing to reverse and start going up to this extent. Do you see that? As simple as that. There were no breakout points anywhere. So don't make a mistake. Look at what I showed you here. Once you see this, you have an opportunity to place trade. Though the market will sometimes try, like what you are seeing here and here and here and here, the market will sometimes try, and also here, to try the momentum of the current market that want to take over. If the momentum is not strong, it will be what we call continuation. But right here, the market is doing a partial consolidation, which you can only trade per hour and not to trade for a long time. This is how simple this market can be. Please, it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple. You too can do it if I can do it. Remember that what I use is the Ichimoku and the moving average. Let me show you officially for those who don't know. This is 200 moving average, 200 moving average, 200 moving average. This is what I have here. EMA exponential, please. That is what I have. Then I have this one, the 50 moving average. This is 50 moving average. That is the 2 colors I am using. Anytime a market traded for 200 days and it will cross with this 50, it must be a serious market. It must be a serious agreement. Do you know that? So why do I always add these high numbers? Because sometimes you may see people who have high this thing, they have a lot of money in their account, they want to trade. So each time you give them 10 moving average, 25 moving average, it's now difficult for them to identify when to place a high trade, because each time you are using a small trade, small time frame, you are watching market in the lower time, so that you'll be able to place trade from the account. But once you are watching from the day, hours, and the weekly, it means that you want to place for a long time. But no matter the amount you are trading with, there is always a need for you to visit the higher time frame, so that you are able to detect what the market is doing in the now. My name is GDFX. My interest is to see someone succeed. My interest is that someone like you will be able to help their family and make those, because some of you, your families are laughing at you. You have never made a profit. Some of you have never withdrawn from forex trading. All that you do is to deposit. Sometimes some of you are in a big debt because you want to make profit. My next video I'm going to be dropping, I will be teaching someone how to be free from depositing without making profit. I will help you with that. Do you know that? It's possible, so that you can be able to plus up $500 at least for your first time. It's possible. Please, thank you for joining us, and I always appreciate your effort. To my returning subscribers, thank you so much. You are so important to me. And to those who are joining us for the first time, my name is GDFX. I so much love you, and please subscribe to that button, that thing you are watching there. Just subscribe to it. It helps you to be notified whenever we drop a current video, and also helps us to see that someone like you just added to our family. We are now a family, because some people are succeeding using what we are doing. You know, somebody called me and said, though that your video is too long, you complain that people are complaining. We love it. We love it, because if we are to pay for what you are teaching us, it will not be easy for us. So watching videos like 20-30 minutes is not that much, since it can give us what we want. So thank you so much, because we will not take you for granted. GDFX, standing out.